Listen, I've been watching Pretty Little Liars over again, and like you don't really take it in
Really?
until like you start watching it. Yo, like Arya dated her teacher
Yeah,
and
no, it's
then
fucked up.
married him.
These TV shows, like when you really like take them in, some of them, like there be messed up scenarios. Like, what did you go through to create this?
It's given very much white privilege.
Yeah, no,
like
stop.
very much.
Oh my
Like, how do
gosh.
you date your sister's fiance, ex-fiance, kiss him, and then date your best friend's man, ex-man?
No.
And then you want to come ask me if it's okay to date my ex-man? Yo.
We're not doing all of that.
I know a lot of Spencers out there, so let me just...
Just sip your water, friend. There's this one show on Netflix that I want to watch. Clickbait.
I heard about it.
Everyone's saying it's so good.
That
I'm still watching it
Clickbait
tonight.
and Squid Game. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like Squid Game, but apparently it's really good.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might start watching Clickbait tonight. I'll let you guys know how it is.
Yeah, you can let us know. We should probably start an episode.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your girl, Shy.
And your girl, T.
And welcome to the CheyTea podcast.
We back, baby.
Outside, not a gal, them. I'm outside.
Speaking of outside, we just bought some candles, guys.
Listen,
They're smelling
when
good.
it comes to candles, don't say nothing to me, okay? Because I will spend $100 on candles. I don't care.
Trust me.
I don't care.
I was in Florida and we were at this girl's house and she had these big candles. And then I just looked at them. I was like, where'd you get that? And she told me, she's like, Home Goods or something. Why don't we have Home Goods here?
We don't have Home Goods. We have Home Sense.
Like the candles are like this big. And then we went there and they're cheap.
yeah,
I was like, we gotta go.
They're affordable.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
they're nice.
Listen, to me, candles are just the one. I can't wait till I get my little spot and I just put candles everywhere. Like,
Everywhere.
candles
It's
will be in the living
vibes.
room. Candles will be in the bathroom. Candles will be everywhere. Like, at this
Bedroom,
point,
all of that.
All of that.
And the balcony.
Not the balcony.
No.
Holy, how's your week been?
Pretty good, you know. Just teaching. Busy.
Are you
Trying to
getting through that phase now where you have to start creating?
Yeah. But it's like exciting because like we haven't gotten to do, well, personally I haven't because my studios last year didn't go to comp. So it's like I haven't gotten to create dances in a really long time. So it's like, it's a little bit like, I'm kind of like rusty. So it's like, But at the same time, I'm excited.
Fortunately, I was able to create, but like none of my like when it comes to like hip hop, not a lot of my hip hop routines made it on stage. Only like one,
Yeah.
and then couple like trios, but like groups, like none of my groups actually like made it on stage. So
Right.
I think that's what I'm excited for, but I don't have any, like I have ideas, but for some reason I just feel like it's just outdated. Like,
Oh, like the concepts? or
yeah, I
whatever?
just feel like the concepts, I'm like, is this still in?
Yeah.
And I just feel like everybody's gonna go run around with the stupid COVID quarantine idea.
Yeah, there's
Can't
gonna be a
see
lot
your
of
friends.
routines.
It's gonna be all this. Like,
Especially if you have to wear a mask on stage, everybody is going to resort to that for sure.
I don't think they're gonna let us wear a mask on stage. I think, well, like if anything, because I've seen how comps have been running.
Yeah.
So like comps have either had you wearing your mask, like just backstage area if you're going studio block, and then when you're on stage, you don't have to wear your
it.
mask. But it depends. Like some studios want their kids to keep wearing their mask, but honestly, like you can tell the difference between them wearing a mask and when they're not. They dance so much better without it.
Well, yeah, because even like honestly, you can't breathe. And I feel like our first episode ever, we talked about this.
Yeah.
And it's like you really can't. Like
No,
I'm
you
even
can't.
teaching, and like the cloth masks I find too, they're so close that when you're speaking, it's like you're
It sucks
sucking
in.
it in.
Yeah, it sucks into you.
Yeah. And I'm like, holy.
And you're like, I'm always like taking it down. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
no,
in the
no.
corner and like
Yeah.
standing far.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the
don't-
good thing too, is if you're not like in close proximity to people, you can actually take it down, which is all right, but still.
It's still a headache.
Yeah, I
but,
can't believe we're still in this, but what are we gonna do?
But before we even do anything, what you're going to do is you're going to comment, subscribe, like, follow us, because CheyTea Podcast is outside. Our goal is, well, I mean, I want to go further, but I'm going to be more realistic. The goal is that we get to 500 followers on Instagram by the end of the year.
Yeah. That's doable.
We're
How
at
many months?
4.
We're at October, November, December.
Yeah.
3 months. Let's
3
go.
months. I want to get to. I would like us to get to 500 followers.
Yeah. And how you can help is just share.
Share, follow, share, follow, share, follow, share, follow, share.
Tell a friend,
follow.
share, follow.
Tell your friend.
Share, follow. Tell your cousin, share, follow.
Tell your mom, share, follow. Tell your
cousin,
dad, share, follow.
Boyfriend, your
Tell all the
uncle.
man them. Outside.
That's it.
Period. Episode done. Joking. So
What?
I can't.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started now. I wrote down a couple of things.
Okay, what you got?
And we talked a little bit about it. And I feel like we need to bring up the discussion about the dance studios, the industry dance studios right now. I don't know if you can agree with me. You know me, I always say what I want to say because like that's how I am.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it right now. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling how everybody's kind of shifting and jumping, shift. You know, not shift. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but the saying,
doing
jumping ship.
The new, what's cool, what's in.
Like it's like everybody's just jumping into what's in.
Yeah, and forgetting like where they came from or.
Right, and like forgetting to support other places. Now, like, listen, there's a couple of studios that have come in the past. I think I've only been to when Millennium was here in Toronto. I only went there maybe like once or twice.
Yeah, I went there a few times too. But the thing is what's crazy is like I personally only went to Millennium when like guest choreographers were coming in. I don't know why that is though. It's just the only thing that attracted me to it.
I think it's because a lot of teachers that we are attracted to, they don't teach there. They weren't teaching there. Yeah. And it was kind of like, I don't always want to make them seem like OGs, like or old, but they're not old and rusty, but like OGs that I would want to go take classes from and gain knowledge from. Like they're not teaching there. And if they were to teach somewhere else, like nobody was going to those classes. Yeah. Because everybody was flinging to what was hot.
Yeah. The one repeat class that I did take was Leon. That's the one that I would like go to.
Yeah. But even at that point, at one point in time, I remember some people stopped going to his classes there.
Yeah.
It was like, it was almost as if like you were taking it for granted almost. And then at some point, it's like now that teacher can start to feel like unappreciated. So I feel that a lot of the teachers that we would gravitate to, like, you know, the Leons, the Hollywoods, the Shavars, you know, the Tazes, the Shamika Blakes, like all those people that would be teaching classes, the Mark Samuels, the Touch, like I can go on for days. But the people that you would love to go and take classes from, they're not teaching there because nobody was showing up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you see where they're coming from now when you see new studios opening up. We have a new studio in the city that just opened up maybe a month ago. And I just find that, like, it's not to say that you can't support it. That's not what I want to say. Like, you can support it. But I just feel like everybody's jumping to where and what is hot. And forgetting about the other places that were there.
That paved the way for all of these things to even be possible.
Right.
So, yeah. No, I see where you're coming from.
And it's like, it's cool. It's cool that everybody's going to take class. It's cool that everybody wants to teach there. But what about the studios that were here when it was during the pandemic, during the lockdown, during all these things that were struggling to keep their doors open, struggling to stay afloat? Where's their support right now? Why do we only have to support one and we can't support the other? Yeah.
No, it's so true. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe everybody feels, oh, this is cool right now. So let's all like, oh, all my friends are going here. So let me go there as well. You know, sometimes people don't think or are not able to think for themselves, or they're capable of it, but for some reason they don't.
They don't want to.
They don't want to.
Because what's the point? That was like when Underground first opened. Yeah. Underground was outside. Everybody was at Underground. Everybody went to Underground, teaching at Underground,
It was hot.
Underground.
It was
hot. And then now it's like nobody goes there.
Yeah. Nobody. Like literally nobody goes there.
And like, you know, allegedly there are some things about the owner that he could be a bit of a, you know, a-hole. And granted, okay, that's fine. But it's like the people that are teaching there are your fellow dance mates, dance cast.
Yeah, so you're there to support them, not necessarily the person that owns it at the end of the day. So it's like,
And it's like other fellow people that you should be learning from are teaching there, and you're not learning from there. You would rather go elsewhere. And then sometimes it's also too, it's like when you're actually learning the fundamentals at these places where you should be learning how to properly be doing popping with Lady C, but instead you go and take some other class that does not teach you the proper fundamentals on how to do these street styles, on how to project and how to attract your audience, how to train.
You know what's funny is that we were speaking about this earlier too, is like I find even in the recreational world, like of studios, that's another big thing too, is that like everybody's going towards, oh, you know, the music video choreography, this and that, but they're like kids, like they need to learn the fundamentals of it. And yeah, okay, it's old school steps, but those old school steps are what's gonna get you to be doing the new stuff properly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
where is the claps? Where's the snaps? Look at my poetry nights.
But it's true.
Listen, like, you want to get the hottest choreographer from LA and this and that and special guest choreographer and making these kids pay an arm and a leg to do some bullshit choreography. Like what?
Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, some of my older advanced students are still doing kick step touch down the floor.
Because as they should. They need to. Yeah. You need to learn.
Exactly. Don't ever forget.
You can't forget your
how to rock, how to bounce.
You can't. You can't forget your fundamentals.
Or even how to do a chasse down the floor. I'm still teaching them Tandoo together.
Yes.
Tandoo together. Because it's like you're not doing it properly.
If you can't do the basic steps correctly, the basic technique correctly, then you're not really, you're throwing away all that training and all that knowledge that you gained.
Yeah.
And you're just throwing it out the window.
Like it's great to do all that cool stuff, which I do incorporate it, but also at the beginning, just remember how you're doing it. You need to know how to do it properly.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to also remember what paved the way here. It's not always just what's cool and what's in. And I feel like that's what the city gravitates to. It's what's cool, it's what's in. You just forget about everywhere else.
But that's why we can't keep anything, because it's always like, okay, it's what's cool, what's in, and then jump ship to the next thing.
Listen, girl,
and we can talk about that post. I don't know exactly what like it said, but I just remember reading something and it's like, what did it say? Toronto can't have anything fun.
Yeah, we can't keep anything.
Or can't keep anything.
We can't have anything fun because it'll be good, it'll be hot, and then something will just happen where it just fades, it disappears, it has to close down, lack of support, lack of this, lack of that. It's like everybody's gonna go somewhere because it's hot. And then once it gets hot and it starts to dwindle down just a little bit, and then some controversy happens, and it's just like different things, and he said, she said, and when the mix-up happens and the politic happens, it all just simmers down.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Millennium. Millennium was here, everybody was going. I saw a red studio and everybody's snaps of pictures, Instagram posts, yada, 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 bam, bam, bam. And then
it was here and gone like this, I swear.
Lights off.
Yeah.
Lights off. And now it's the same thing with the new studio that just opened up. Studio North, outside. Everybody's there. I could say there's no disrespect to anybody that is going there, that teaches there, that owns there, whatever. My thing is that we shouldn't just always flock to what is hot. We should support everybody else equally. There are studios that have been standing here that are struggling, that are not running classes, that have a great faculty, City Center Dance, Underground was good with their faculty. You got great people that are teaching classes and teaching you the fundamentals, and nobody's showing up to their classes.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to jump ship to Studio North.
At first I thought it was like a location thing, like, you know what I mean? But I genuinely now, I don't think that's the case.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. And it's funny because I was talking to my friend, and he was talking to a couple of the people that were taking classes, because he's running a program and they're really young dancers. And they said that, like, yo, I feel a little intimidated going to these classes because it's all about getting the camera class footage, getting the friends or the really good people to dance. And I'm there to train and learn, and I feel like I'm not learning anything, or I'm not being paid enough attention to, or even, how do you, like, you're not even, like, what's the word when it comes to, like,
Like you're not taking anything and you're not grasping.
Yeah, you're not
anything.
grasping anything, and you're not even like noticing me in your class.
Right.
Because there's so many other people, which it doesn't take away from those people and their talent. But when it comes to like just filming and getting the class footage and all that stuff, it's like, are we there to be on video, to put your phone up to watch you do your choreography,
Right, or are you there to
combo,
learn?
or are you there to learn something? Like, what is it? Like, that is what I need to know. What are we going to class for? For the class footage to go put on our Instagram?
To go viral or to actually learn? What is it?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. Like, yeah, like I get what it is for marketing purposes. I understand that. I get why the studio needs to do that by putting it out there and showing the teacher doing their choreography. I get all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, are you paying attention to the people in your class that want to come to learn?
To learn.
Or are you noticing the people that came to learn are not coming back because they feel like they didn't learn because you were paying attention to your friends, or the people that were really strong and getting the choreography and not the people that were struggling in the back?
Facts. Because you don't need to pay attention to the people that are getting the choreography. They already know it. They're good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you know they're gonna do it good, fam.
Yeah. And if that's the thing, like, we can make it all work. You know what I mean? Have the hour where you're paying attention to everybody, and then be like, okay, if you want to film, you have to stay an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, if there's something where it comes to that, where, you know, like, you can do it at a certain time, block it at the end of the class and do what you got to do for marketing wise purposes and stuff like that.
Or
that's
meet
cool.
with them another time and film it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, or do something else. Like, focus on the people that are in your class. Because, like, that's the part where, like, I think that me, myself, as a teacher, I that's what I do.
Or even as a business person, if you have that mindset, that's your bread. Like, these people want to learn from you.
That beginner, programs, categories, those beginner inter dancers are the bank. It's like in the comp rec world. The recreational dancers are the key to the businesses.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Love you competitive kids. But the key to the business is making sure that the recreational programs are running smoothly and that they're happy.
Yep.
Because that is where the money comes in from.
That's your repeat.
That's your repeat.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to focus on. And again, it's like just really taking a step back. That's why I never wanted to teach industry classes.
Yeah.
Like, I never wanted to do that. Because I just feel like that's not where I align with.
Right.
I just don't feel like that's just my thing.
It's not my thing either, to be honest with you.
I root for more of the younger kids.
Yeah.
I want the kids to grow. Like, that's what I'm rooting for. Like, that's my purpose.
You and I think I as well are more for, like, we want to be mentors. We want these kids to remember us as they grow older and then start booking them jobs. You know what I mean?
And that's why we ran those programs.
Right.
Was to give them that opportunity. Learn how to learn from somebody who we learned from.
Yeah.
And then to take notes and steps and gems from us, from things that we've experienced, and then get a headshot and then do this and then go on your way and be ready for that world.
Yeah.
I want to prep you for this because this isn't what you think it is.
Right.
That's what the goal is for myself as a teacher.
Right.
And I think, like, that aligns with you too. So I don't know. I'm just saying, just support everybody. I'm not saying don't support Studio North. I'm not saying any of that. I think Studio North is great. There's some great people that are teaching.
The vibe is sick too.
It's sick. I like it. Like, do not get me wrong. I 100% like it. I just want everybody to remember that there are other studios. Like, just remember that. That's all I'm saying. Like, yes, go support, but, like, support the other ones too.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we do both?
Do everything.
It doesn't have to just be one or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
doesn't. Yeah. Because what is it to take a little trip to, like, Mississauga or whatever the case may be?
It's really not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Trust me. You will take a trip to Mississauga when it comes to a paid gig, but you can't take a trip to Mississauga to go take a class.
Right.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like, I need to make sense. But
It's not that far. I take trips all the time.
Like, you don't have to take our advice. You don't have to listen to what we're saying. But at the end of the day,
No, it's our opinion.
Yeah, it's valid.
But my opinion is valid still, so I'm
Exactly.
like, you know.
No,
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
No problem. That's fine. That's cool.
No, it's cool. But yeah,
Shift.
what's next?
Shift. Remember when I was mentioned, like, you know, being on set as a model, dancer.
Yeah.
I find that, you know, it's tough for us,
Females, women.
yes,
Yeah.
as women, to feel safe in some circumstances. And I think it really needs to be brought to the attention of men, of women on set, of people on set. I think that needs to I think it needs to be addressed.
Definitely.
Because
and I can speak from like experience of being on set. Like this wasn't too long ago. It was like a few weeks ago. I was doing a music video or whatever, and the guy was super cool. And I guess there was just one scene where, you know, I was pretending to like be his girlfriend, and they were like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, put your arm around him. Sure, fine. That's fine. But then like it came to a point where like that he was like touching a little bit too much, but he acknowledged it. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, sorry, like I didn't mean to do that. But at the same time, it's like that stuff should not happen in the first place without consent. You know what I'm saying? Like
part.
at least just be like, okay, so this is the scene, this is what I'm kind of feeling, this is the vibe, this is what I may or may not be doing.
Right.
Fine. Then at least that gives me the chance to be like, okay, yes, or okay, no. Because if that was the case, then obviously I would have been like, no, absolutely not. But when it's already happening, it almost gives you, it's almost like, what can you do at that point? Because it's already done. It's already on camera.
Yeah.
You know
you
what I'm
can't
saying?
take it back.
Yeah.
And you can't be like, you've already signed a media release form
Right.
and all these things.
Yeah.
So that's like the part where it comes to like, I find a lot of models, a lot of young models, a lot of young dancers feel compelled to do things because if they don't, it's either they think that they will get a bad look, a bad reputation. They may take it the wrong way. They may not want to work with you anymore. And it's like you take it more as a negative than a positive.
Right.
It is okay to stand up for yourself and say what you are willing to do from what you're not willing to do. We all have boundaries.
Absolutely.
And it must be respected.
Yeah.
If I don't feel comfortable doing something, it shouldn't be, well, this is gonna get you this or this is gonna get you that. It shouldn't be this or nothing. It
Like
should,
that, yeah, like that one example where you were telling me, oh, if this artist said that, you were telling me you wouldn't do it. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It's like if Beyonce told you to do this or if Chris Brown told you to do this, you wouldn't do it. I would tell him no.
Yeah.
Why are you comparing yourself? First of all, why are you comparing yourself to Chris Brown? Do you know who Chris Brown is? That man is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Like you're please. Like let's just be real. Like just humble thyself. That's one. And two, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown wouldn't go and do that to anybody because that's not his place. He is up here and he's the artist and he knows what his job is to do.
Right.
He makes sure that everybody is there that is on set, that is comfortable, that is being paid, that knows what they're doing and they're doing their job correctly.
Yes. And I'm almost positive that he would have said that beforehand, or it would have been in that sort of
In the media release form, description, disclosure.
that, okay, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be interacting with other men, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Not telling you when you got on set that I need you to do this. That's not how this works.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
And then it's like, especially when you get on set and then that's not what it was that you presented to me. And then you try to tell me that if you want to use examples of Chris Brown. Like when that artist said that to me, I really just blinked and I looked around.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be like, guy, first of all, no. And secondly, you can't even sing that well. So please. Okay? But then I realized I was going to take it more personal. So I said, okay, let me chill.
Right. Yeah,
but I shouldn't tell you that. I shouldn't have to explain to you why something doesn't make me feel comfortable. If I say I am not comfortable doing this, done.
Yeah.
There should be nothing else that you should say after that.
Yeah. There's not no asking, but what if, but what if? There's no but what if or what. Like, no.
What do I need to explain that for?
No.
What am I explaining that to you for?
I'm uncomfortable. That's all you need to know. I don't want to do it.
I'm done.
Bye.
Period. You should accept it. You should be like, I respect that.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, it's not like, that's why when it comes to like contracts, I think it's so important, whoever you are. I know sometimes getting a contract with productions, especially when like a production is paying you or a production is hiring you, it's harder to have your terms and conditions on that contract. It all depends. So if like an artist comes to you directly, have your contract ready. For yourself and your dancers or whatever you're doing, modeling, whatever, have your contract ready. And what is asked of you needs to be on that piece of paper. So whatever you guys discussed that they said they needed you to do, that's there. Boom, bam. I'm to come camera ready at 7 a.m. I'm to be on set for no more than 3 to 4 hours max. I'm to display choreography. I'm to wear this outfit. I'm to look this way. Like your full description of your outfit should be on there.
Yeah.
Of all your looks.
Yeah.
So that when you get there, no one can say to you, oh, well, can you do this instead? Or can you do that instead? no, this is what's on here, and this is what I have.
Right.
And this is what you approved of.
Right.
So I'm sending you this contract to look over. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts, and then we can both sign off on it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, another example is I did a music video with an artist, pretty good, well-known artist. And they were like, oh, we need you to wear lingerie, let's just say. And me, myself, I was like, okay, I could wear the lingerie, but I'm going to wear a robe over it. You know what I mean? Like, you do what you're comfortable with.
Right.
At the end of the day, like, people can't make these decisions for you. And don't feel like you have to say yes to everything. Because
No, you don't. You can say, I can do this, but I would feel more comfortable like this.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to do this, I can show more of the front. I don't want to show cheeks.
Right.
I don't want to.
Exactly.
Like, there's things that you can go around it where it's like you're negotiating.
Yeah.
You're compromising.
Right.
You compromise with my comfort, and I can compromise with what your comfort is, and then we can make magic work. Because at the end of the day, I am the talent.
Right.
And if the talent isn't comfortable, then it's going to be displayed.
Yeah, it's going to read all over the camera.
And that's not what you want.
Yeah.
And working with productions, you can also say, okay, like if you're talking to someone directly, you can say, this is what I feel comfortable doing. Does this work for you? Let me know. And then it's just all about dialogue and communication.
Dialogue, and have everything in writing. That's all.
Yeah. And it's rough. It's rough. And I feel for it because not everybody is bad.
No.
There are good people out there. There are great photographers out there who respect your boundaries, videographers who respect your boundaries, who will say what you're good for. And then there's other videographers, photographers who are coming to you, addressing you, and taking off your bra or rubbing lotion on your chest.
Can I put oil on your back? Like,
like without even asking, you're just rubbing me and I don't know you. Me as a woman, I was assisting for my boyfriend. He was doing his photography and he was on a set for shoot, and he was working with women, and I had the lotion, the body cream, and I'm like, do you mind if I and they were like, yeah, no problem. I'm not just gonna go rub you down. I don't care, man, woman, whoever you are, it's respect.
Right.
And a lot of you are doing that. And I don't know why. And then some of you women who are still working with these people that are known for the allegations, like that little man in his basement.
Yeah, have some not have some self-respect, but like have some respect for
No, you should. You don't need, trust me, you don't need no ass pic. Let me tell you something. There's a thing called Facetune, okay? And if you want your ass in hands, because that's what he does, you can do it yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have good experience with him, okay. But if I am aware of somebody's reputation of being bad more than good, I would not align myself to be in that situation or try to say, oh, can my friend come with me because I don't want to be alone with you? Right. Why the hell are you going in the first place?
Then you should just not be doing it. That just tells you right there.
Guys.
That just tells you right there. It's like what we were saying before when we had that episode with Tanisha. The bad people give the good people a bad name. Or
you're making us look bad.
Yeah.
You are making us look bad. Because there are good people who respect you, and then there are people that they may not be bad, but I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know what your humanity skills are, because I just don't know how you can just come up to somebody and just rub them down and touch their body parts and just continue to go on with your life, allegedly.
Yeah, no. That's just something that we can't mess with.
Can't be bothered.
No.
Just hot.
No.
Just hot.
Yeah.
It's that reputation, and just jumping into that is just, that's very important, your reputation.
Very important. That's almost like, that's all you have at the end of the day. Like, how are you gonna, you have to build a good reputation in order for people to want to work with you. No?
I want your opinion on something. If somebody is known for doing something with multiple people.
Right.
Say, for instance, not paying you.
Okay.
Letting you do a lot of free work. And of course, you agree to it at some points. But then, at some point, you come to terms where, like, okay, I've done enough now. I require a rate. And anytime you mention a rate, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to work with you anymore. It's like, well, I don't have it. They have that reputation of just wanting a lot of freebies from people. Is it wrong if somebody comes up to you and asks you, how is working with this person, because they know you worked with them? What do you say when you know that that's your experience with them? To be
completely honest with you, I had something like that happen with a modeling agency that I was working with. And somebody came to me being like, oh, like, I see, or I heard from this person that you work with these people. What's it like? And I was like, I just said my honest opinion because what happened to me, I don't want it to happen to you because like, you know what I mean? It's just like, if somebody's coming to ask you that, it means I feel like you owe it to them to give your honest opinion.
Right.
And tell the truth.
Exactly.
Because it's like, what, the truth is never going to hurt you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I was just like, honestly, it's trash. Like, I just had to be honest. They don't pay you and you're not going to get any work. So that's my opinion on it. Just tell the truth. Just be honest because, yeah, there's no sense of what are we covering for them for? You know what I mean?
I don't understand why they take it so personal.
Yeah.
Because if that's not what you do anymore, but that's what you did at one point, you can't get mad at the person who said it. Because here's one thing with dancers, models, anybody who is in the industry and are a talent that express their work through their art, through their talent, through their skills, we are going to stand with each other no matter what.
Yeah.
It's a very big community, but it's a small world.
Very.
So if somebody noticed that I did something, or even they noticed that you follow the same person, somebody be like, yo, I noticed you follow this person, and they came to me about whatever. If someone comes to me about my experience with you, I'm not gonna say that everybody's gonna have the same experience, but I'm gonna let it be known what's off of my experience with you and your crew and whomever you're dealing with. I've dealt with people who used a lot of freebies and didn't want to pay me, and I said no.
Yeah.
And so just make sure if you are going to do anything with them that they have money for you, because you are not an unseasoned dancer. You're not just fresh in the industry. You don't need exposure.
No.
You are worth
trying
a
to
rate.
work.
You need money.
Yeah.
So make sure you get your coins. That's it. And some niggas are mad. I'm just like, what you mad for?
But what are you mad for? You're mad at the fact that it's true?
Are you mad at the fact that you would not pay people at one point because you didn't have it?
Yeah.
Or whatever your reason was?
Someone said to me, and I always like consider this, you only get upset at something if it's the truth.
One more time.
You only get upset at something if it's the truth.
Bars.
If you think it. You know what I mean? Like if you looked at me and said I'm ugly, I'm gonna be like, I'm not ugly. I don't care what you say. But if I truly think that you think that I'm ugly, I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna feel it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
What's
be offended.
the problem?
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to understand, if you have a reputation of doing something, you can't get mad if somebody knows you for that reputation.
Right.
And it's a repetitive thing that you have done. And you've done it with multiple people. And it's not just coming from my mouth or your mouth. It's other people in a line who are saying, nah, yo, those people are manipulating, they do this, they do that. And then when it comes to like something that you don't want, they'll tell you some BS. And then tutus, they use another dancer that you know. That's another thing that you guys are like so slow. You can't expect to go and ask me to do a job, and then I tell you I require a rate, and then you say, oh, like there's no studio space and we actually couldn't do it. And then you go ask a fellow dancer that I know. And then that fellow dancer is doing what you asked of me to do. Of course I'm gonna put two and two together. You didn't want to hire me because I asked you for money.
Right. Not because of anything else. And that goes with everything though.
Holy.
Regular jobs in the 9-to-5 world, whatever. It goes with everything. You ask for a little bit, people are they're gonna take the person that's not asking for as much. That's just how it works. Unfortunately, no matter how talented you are, how good you are at a skill, it doesn't matter.
They don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
And that's the problem.
They don't want to pay people.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't expect me, like, if I'm hired to be a receptionist, I am a receptionist. I am not a receptionist of customer service. I don't work at the back. I don't do this. I'm not a manager. I'm not a salesperson. No. I am a receptionist. That's my job.
Yes.
That's in my description.
Yes.
Unless you are paying me to be the salesperson, the girl in the back, the this, the that, the customer service, and the manager, then okay.
And then don't come to me with some other written description of what I need to be doing, because that wasn't in the original written description of when I got hired.
That's not in my job description. No. And in my job description, it does not say I work for free. It doesn't say that. So like,
it says this is what I'm doing for this amount of money, and don't go telling let me not get started.
My rate is my rate.
That's it.
And even so, just also, my contracts, it says that nothing is disclosed. No one's going to discuss my rate. No one's going to discuss anything besides you and me on this piece of paper. There's a reason why I do all these things. It's to protect my rep.
Yeah.
And that's what you artists and anybody else out there, workers, company owners, you need to do the same thing. If you have a reputation of doing something, change it. Apologize to the people that you asked to work for free instead of being like, oh, well, this wasn't true or this wasn't that.
Yeah, we treat you with nothing but the utmost respect.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because I don't give a shit if it wasn't you, if it was an assistant manager. I don't care if it was a manager. I don't care if it was your brother. I don't care if it was your cousin. I don't give a shit. You are a part of the same team. And you came to me with the same thing. Work for free. I said no. It's a reputation you have.
No means no.
That's what I'm trying to say. Don't get mad at me because somebody asked me about you and I said, I wouldn't really go over there because sometimes they don't really have a good budget for people and you know they're a little cheap.
And then you get mad. Like,
you get mad.
It's the truth.
How you gonna tell me you can't afford $150 to pay me?
Then you shouldn't be doing
You can't even afford me $100 because you have to go pay you have to pay the videographer. Listen here. So what about me as the talent who's gonna make the damn video look good?
Sit at home. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just stay home. Cause you can't. Like,
and listen, I don't want to sound like I'm not humbled. I worked for free in my earlier days.
Yeah. And we've said that on previous episodes. We've worked for free.
I've worked for free.
We've done that.
I've done my 40-hour volunteer work, okay? I did it in the industry and I did it in high school. You need to respect me now when I start asking for a rate. When my resume has the name, the artist, you need to respect my rate.
Yeah.
Go back to that episode. Respect my rate.
Yeah.
Period.
Literally that.
I'm getting hot. I'm done now. I'm done.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to take that one out.
No,
protect your rep, yo. Protect your rep.
It.
And if your rep isn't so squeaky clean, try to erase it. Try to mend things and do things the right way. Pay people. Do whatever you got to do now that you know what it is to make it right.
Yeah.
Don't be going back to people and be like, "Why'd you say this?" Because nigga, I said it because it was true. And I'm done.
Period. On that note, everything in writing, contracts,
everything.
That's it.
Protect your rep. Protect yourself.
Rep. Yes.
Because they ain't gonna respect you. What they gonna do, T?
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And make sure you click that little bell button right down below so you get notified every single time we post.
We are on the road to 500 followers.
Yes, ma'am.
Follow us on Instagram, CheyTea Podcast.
Yes.
Follow us on TikTok because we are back on there. You know, we're making a little comeback. You know, it's a little comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Cutie.
It was a little cute comeback. We coming back, you know. So we got everything in store for you guys. We're getting everything prepared. So make sure you're following us so you can stay tuned for all of the good stuff, the good content, because we outside, baby. Outside.
Yes. We'll be back with more videos.
Bye. Come on, protect your rep. Give me my money.